What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Gingervitis75 doing another action figure review. I hope everyone's having a glorious Sunday. I hope everyone's out there hunting and getting all their figures on this reset at Target. Lots of WWE, some G.I. Joes, Transformers, even some Star Wars Black Series, but most importantly, that Gamerverse Psylocke and Thanos 2-pack. I had to get it. I missed out on the pre-order. I was actually kind of sweating that. So, but I found one. I found two. I found six, but I bought two. So, very relieved for that. So, anyways, back to the review. G.I. Joe Classified Series, number 156, Footloose. Just kind of come around to the back of the box here, which I haven't even looked at. Pretty cool. We got some kind of tank in the background there. With a smashed up tank. Looks like we got Dusty back there waving hello, and we got Footloose, the free spirit. Spent a lot of time before joining the Joes smoking shrooms and collecting government checks. So then he joined the armed forces. But he's still kind of a free spirit. He's still kind of a hippie. So let's check out what Footloose is all about. Where's Willard? All right, out of the box, we got Footloose, and he is awesome. He looks great, great accessories. This is what a G.I. Joe figure I would like to look like every time. Not like appearance, but it's super solid. The paint is great. I love the fatigues. I just like the plain green fatigued Joes. You know, this kind of brings me back to Leatherneck, who was such a well-built figure, such a great looking figure. He's one of my favorites. I think he came out in 2025, and he might be up there way at the top. I love that figure, and I'm getting the same vibes from Leatherneck. Of course, you get this little blue card in the back. We're gonna get rid of that because we like the white background. Makes things a little bit easier. We're gonna just adjust the screen just a tad. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. We're gonna, hey, can you get out of the way, please? All right, thanks. All right, there we go. All right, yeah, awesome accessories. We'll go through them. First, we have this helmet. As you can see, he's got leaves kind of coming out of the netting. Looks pretty cool. He's got the headgear and a little microphone on his helmet. And then he's got this night vision thing. I think it's supposed to like swing down like that, but it is affixed and it doesn't move for the best of my knowledge. So it's just molded in there or glued in there. But very nice looking helmet there. All right. Bring out his automatic rifle with the sights. Very nice looking. You got the hole in there for the effects. Magazine does come out. Goes back in. Very secure, I would say. Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't fall out. Just plain black plastic. Very nice looking. Solid gun, very nice looking gun. Here's his pistol. And of course he's got a holster for that. He also has a sheath for the little dagger here. Got the gunmetal blade. matte black handle. Then we got the rocket launcher, or bazooka. So I think this just kind of sits on his shoulder here. Got the rocket. Guess it loads in this way. Oh, it doesn't do that, in fact. So you can't load it in. You just have it like that. Yeah, but that's as far as it goes. So, got the green tip. Then we got the backpack. Very nice looking. Probably seen this before. Got the cantina. Got all these, like the netting, little straps there on the back. Double cantina. Canteen, sorry. Cantina, jeez. So pretty nice stuff. Look at the figure here. Nice head sculpt. I really do like this figure. You have the double articulation. You got the ball joint at the top of the neck as well as at the top of the torso. So you can pretty much pull this off and there's still movement in there, as well as up here on this ball joint. But there's another one of these down here. So a little bit of movement. You just gotta keep the Adam's apple front and center. Very nice paint. Got the fatigues on. You got the American flag with the stars on that side. You got the red clover leaf on that side. Grenade. Painted black on this vest. Vest has all sorts of little pouches wrapped all the way around. You got the hole in the back for backpack. It is a stomach crunch, I think. Yep. And then, of course, you got the swivel and kind of the pivot on the waist. Got the belt down here with the tote for the gun. Then you got the extra magazine in here. Up here you have the sheath for the little knife. Slips right in there. Got double jointed elbows. Make sure they all work, come on. There we go, pinless. Got this little strap here. You got a watch on this side. Very nicely detailed. You got the wrist pivot and twist. Up at the hips, does a pretty nice splits there, even with all the baggage and the belt. Got the drop downs. Got a nice little thigh swivel there, double jointed knees. There is a lower boot cut, and of course the tilt and swivel on the ankle. So very nice articulation. Figure is nice and tight. The paint is good. That face sculpt is pretty awesome. Pretty much how I envision Footloose since the cartoon, honestly. Let's get them kind of geared up here. Starting with that backpack, you just pop it in. Be careful, put it in straight. There we go. Doesn't look to be any compartments for any of the weapons, but we'll do that now. We'll put the knife up here. And we'll get the pistol. Move this a tad. There we go. Get in there, you. There we have it. I love this figure already. He's probably getting close to an 8. Unless he like loses a leg or something. I mean, yeah. Like looking down. Looking up, and not too bad. I mean, it's not the best. That little mullet kind of gets in the way. Let's try this helmet on here. Does this come undone at all? No, it's just kind of, you gotta force it or something, I guess, right? There we go. There we got it. Wow. All right. That's looking super solid right there. So, I don't even remember what I gave to Leatherneck. Super solid figure. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go. So I think it's going to go like this. Maybe you can. Let's work better like this. Well, whatever. We'll get it worked out. Maybe we won't. All right. Anyways, that is a sweet looking figure. Like if you're talking military, 6-inch form, really nice. I should have brought Leatherneck out. I'm gonna have to get him for comparisons now. Yeah, this articulation is solid, super tight. No problems that I really see with the paint. I do like this, how it goes camouflage, and then it's kind of like, whatever, I don't know if this is padding around the knee, but then you get the camouflage going up. You got little pockets here. Could have been more detailed on the belts with the straps and all that stuff, but you do have the black here for the grenade. I think that's a smoker. And then back here as well. So not too horrible with the sculpts and the moldings and the paint with all the, the wrappings and stuff. I always like it when you can get almost all of the stuff that is included with your G.I. Joe classified figure. You can get it on the body. Like he can hold, carry everything. And with this guy, that is a fact. I mean, you can just pop that in here and throw it over the shoulder, or maybe have him like holding it. We'll try that while I chat. But yeah, this figure's not too bad for a guy that, spent half of his life taking doses of acid tabs and, watching Scooby-Doo, doing shit like that, so really excellent looking figure. Hey, buddy. Pack a ball. Just kidding. Jeez. What am I talking about? So, pretty awesome. Let's get this helmet kind of straightened out here. I mean, it looks like somebody that you saw in like Zero Dark 30 or like Black Hawk Down or something like that. Like this looks like some realistic fatigues, Like I won't be saying that when we get sci-fi because, that guy looks like a fucking alien. Oops. See, you lost that. Contain that missile, boy. Yeah. So I'm giving him a solid 8. I love this figure already. Everything about him is cool. His backstory is pretty neat. I remember liking him in the cartoon, and I think his first appearance in the comic book is in G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 37, and I think he's on the cover with Flint, and I think they're like taking on the twins or something like that. I can't remember, but it's something like that. I'll show a picture of it, but yeah. Awesome figure, great character. Everything about this figure is a plus. I always try to ask during the show, or just to myself, like, what could improve this figure? What would make this figure better? And I ask that for every figure, and a lot of times I come up with 5, 6, 10 things, not really gripes, but just to say, hey, this figure could be so much better if they just did this. But they got it all. Even the butterflies. See that? I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this figure is awesome. So we're going to do comparisons. I'm going to have to pause it for that. Usually I'll just swoop right into it. But I'm going to grab Leatherneck because I like him. All right, we got Footloose ready to be compared to none other than some of his Joe buddies. First, we got Leatherneck. Now, people are kind of complaining Leatherneck's kind of short. He's not that short. He's a little more compact, but he's not like Wolverine short, Their shoulders almost come up right next to each other. I don't know if I need to really bust out the ruler anymore with these guys, but we will. And we got just above 6 inches there. And we got maybe 1/8 of an inch under 6 inches. Oh my goodness. That's a start over. You know what? I'm not going to start over. I'm going to just keep it rolling. Oh, please tell me this didn't fucking break. All right, I don't think it did. All right. Is that a start over? Nah. I'll worry about this shit later. But both of these guys, like, cool fatigues, cool jackets and like vests and whatever, backpacks, hat, helmet. This guy's got the sunglasses, of course, and just really cool fatigues. So very similar, but fun. These guys look like they could be out in the forest or the jungle together, in jungle warfare, whatever. So cool pair. Then we're going to bring in the search and rescue firefighter. These guys could all potentially make my top 10 Joes for 2025. Honestly, like, fucking great shit. Just great figures. So I just did the review for the firefighter. And then we got Rakondo, Tiger Force. I do like the character of Rakondo, and I just haven't picked up the other version, but maybe someday I'll find them for cheap. This thing kind of keeps bending upward. So let's put these guys kind of back here with Big Hairy Al, who's kind of wondering how he should where he should put that missile. Next up, let's bring in the classic Storm Shadow. This bow and arrow. Just kind of lean forward here. There we go. Classic figure. As a kid, the smaller A Real American Hero version was my favorite. It was, like, bar none, my favorite G.I. Joe figure. Darklon, soon to be this guy could make top 10 too. I really do like this figure. Joes are having a good year. Like, don't bullshit. And, you know, I do hope that the Snowcat does get funded, fully funded. But if it doesn't, if it doesn't unlock all the tiers, I might have to back out. I don't know. I haven't made my purchase yet. I'm just kind of watching. I know everyone's like, why do people do that? They don't charge you. It's just like, dude, want to watch the trend, you know? We got Big Boa next to Darklon. And then finally we got the Crimson Guard, which I haven't looked at in a while. Another one of my favorites as a kid. All right, we're going to move these guys aside just a tad. We got a lot of comparisons today, guys. Darklon. Darklon's a big dude. All right, so for some non-Gijoe comparisons, if we're talking a real American hero, we're going to have to bring in Bucky Cap. Soldier would work with the Joes if, I guess they kind of do share the same universe. Well, if they're with Marvel. So we got Bucky Cap there. Another guy, Patriot here. Uh-oh. We got Uncle Sam, who's dropping his little buddy doll man. Put that guy back in there. Uncle Sam. A true American hero. That guy's gonna fall again. He's been sitting on my shelf for like 5 months. Now this is happening. Come on now. Why? You guys are gonna watch me do this and like it. Oh my God. Get the fuck out of here, Uncle Sam. What are you doing to me? There we go. All right, and then finally, random figure comparison. We got Clawful. Too big for the shot. So there we go. I'll look it up here. We got little Miss Cup the Balls here. All right, back down we go. We're going to finish up this review. So I gave this guy an 8. I'm going to give him a little higher. It's going to be an 8.2. This is a great figure. Pick it up if you can, guys. Definitely buy it. It's worth it. It's fun. It's a great figure. Once again, I hope you guys are all finding everything you need this weekend during the reset. Maybe you're finding some stuff at Walmart. Maybe you got a local toy shop, whatever. But Target is the place to be this weekend. So happy hunting. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next review, which is probably going to be Psylocke and Thanos. And then we're going to get into Jerry the King Lawler. We're going to get into Breaker. And so on and so forth. We got a lot of stuff coming up, guys. So stay tuned, all right? We'll see you on the next one. Have a good Sunday. Peace!